What's up everybody, Fritz here. In today's video we're going to be installing the SPL Parts front sway bar end links on the m235i. Now I know what you're thinking, Fritz, nobody installs a front sway bar end link unless they're upgrading the front sway bar. And yes, we will get to that. However, if you think of the front struts as well as the front sway bar as your upper and lower arm, the sway bar end link is acting as the elbow. And even if you have huge biceps, triceps, and even a forearm, if your elbow isn't working well, or if the ligaments in your elbow aren't working well, you're not really gonna be lifting a lot. And that's exactly why we're upgrading the front sway bar end link, because I have a sneaking suspicion that that skinny front sway bar end link is what is reducing some of the qualities when we're going in and out of our turns. And that's why we're gonna do that first before we upgrade the front sway bar.
First, loosen up all the bolts on the wheel before jacking it up and removing the wheel. This will give you access to the lower bolt on the end link, for which you'll need a T30 torque head as well as a wrench in order to remove it. The top portion is a little bit harder. You'll need a socket just to break the nut, and then using an open box wrench and a T27 torque head, you can loosen it up, and then once it comes out enough, go ahead and use the ratcheting side of your wrench to remove it the rest of the way. The end link should come out very easily here. In addition to the increased thickness of the end links, the increased stiffness within the ball joints themselves should give us more feedback when we're going in and out of our turns. As you can see here, it is a whole lot harder to move the SPL ball joint than it is for the OEM ball joint. And due to the adjustability features of the SPL Parts end link, they are not side specific. All that you have to do is adjust the length as well as the head position to the same position that you have on the factory end link. A good starting point is just measuring it up to the factory end link, and then once you have it on the car, you can make the adjustments. But you want to make sure that while they're installed, they can smoothly slide in and out of their entry points as we have here, and making sure that the heads themselves are as perpendicular to the road as possible and as close to center point as you can see here. The bottom one is a little bit off just because there's a little bit of angling here. This isn't too bad, but we don't want anything where it's tilted all the way to one side or the other. As soon as you've done that, go ahead and tighten up the jam nuts on both sides to 30 foot-pounds and then put the screws on. The bolts that are included are a 15mm, and they don't require you to use the torque head because they have a nylon fastener at the end. And then as soon as you've done that, go ahead and tighten it down to 20 foot-pounds and give them a pull to make sure that they're snugly fit.
Now all that you have to do is do the same thing on the opposite side, and then you're all done installing the adjustable sway bar end links from SPL Parts on your BMW. Just make sure before you put all your tools away that you want to lift the car from its center jack point and observe all 4 ball joints, making sure that they're as perpendicular to the road as possible. Again, a little bit of offset here is okay, but you want to correct as much unevenness as possible. Otherwise your traction control is going to go off way before you expect it to, or you're going to have some binding. Now if you found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. Leave any questions that you have for me down in the comment section below. And if you're looking for any of the tools or the end links that we used in this video, it's going to be all down in the description. And I'll see all of you in the next one.